name is Roberto Aguayo. I'm number 19, play at the University of Florida State, and I'm the place kicker here. This is just, it's like the cherry on top. It's an honor. All the hard work that I've done in the past year. Waiting behind Dustin, and it just feels good. And it makes me work harder to be here next year and win another one next year. It looks pretty big. It looks nice. It'll sit in my trophy case pretty well, and it's just an honor. And win this trophy. I've seen the past winners like Caleb Sturgis, Alex Henry, Randy Bullock. It's an honor to be with them and to be in the same spot as they were. Oh man, congratulations to the whole team, especially, but including them. Jameis, obviously, we were both redshirted last year. Obviously, he was behind EJ. And then, I was behind Dustin, and it was, are they going to be able to, live up to the expectations? And obviously, Jameis did, and I did as well. But Kermit too. We needed him in the situation like a kickoff return, and he did. You can see in the championship game how he returned that kickoff, and he's a special weapon that we have, and obviously just congratulating both of them and what they've done this season. Biggest field goals, obviously my first one at Pitt, just my first field goal in college football. It was like a 23-yarder though. It wasn't that big, but obviously, it took off, some pressure on me, and, because I didn't know, I just coming in, how's it going to feel to kick in the stadium, kick in front of a lot of people, and, that got my pressure down, and obviously the next big kick was my 53-yarder against Syracuse. That a lot of people were trying to see how far my leg could go. And obviously in the spring game, I hit a 58-yarder last spring, and the fans knew what I could do. But obviously, it's different from a spring game into a real, 80,000 fans in the stadium. So, hitting that 53-yarder, gave me confidence in, what I could do and how far I could kick. And the commentator said it could have been good by 60 or 65. So I hit it well, and that was one of my big kicks. Another big kick was, the ones against Miami. Because I remember I was getting hate mail. Oh, wide left, like you're going to miss. And I hadn't missed till the Miami game. I hadn't missed. And they're like, oh, it's going to be your first miss, a tradition, And, I had a lot of people ask me, does it affect you with a wide left, and you've seen it growing up. And I was like, this is me. This is a new era. And I'm not in the past. I write my own destiny. And obviously, those kicks against Miami were key. And the other big kicks were Florida. Those were tough because it was 0-0. We had the ball. We didn't score. We punted. They had the ball. They kicked a 50-yarder, 51-yarder, and he missed. I think it was 49. And then we got the ball, and I had to kick a 49-yarder, and that stadium got loud. That was by far the toughest kick I had to kick all year. The stadium was loud, the conditions, were loud, and, it was 0-0, and it looked to be a close game. And, I hit that ball, and, it went in, and those all three field goals were key in that game. And then, obviously, the BCS championship game, my two field goals were key, because if I would have missed one, we would have went into overtime. And if I would have missed both, we would have lost. So, I'm thankful that I made those two kicks. And honestly, the BCS National Championship game, I felt confident. I wanted the game-winning field goal. I had all the confidence in the world. That game was the easiest game out of the whole season, I feel like. But yeah, those were the monumental kicks this year. It's an honor just to be at this university. As a kid growing up, I was a Florida State fan. I always dreamed of playing here and being here, and growing up, I know all the past players and stuff, and Graham and all the kickers like Sis Messia, and I wondered, what if I was to be here, and now as Jimbo gave me the opportunity, Coach Jimbo, and to be here, it's an honor, and working hard, just a lot of work put in, because I wouldn't be here without the hard work, and being a year off, a redshirting year, obviously behind Dustin, which was one of the greatest kickers in college football. Holds a lot of records. It's an honor just to be in this spot and to be able to help my team out. And it's just different because you used to be looking up to the players, and then now you're one of them, and a lot of kids look up at you, and it's just an honor. And and I try to be a good person, role model to the kids because, you know, they look up to you and they want to be, because I once wanted to be that guy. Now I'm that guy. Now little kids want to be, you know, me. So it's an honor. Just mistakes. I mean, a lot of people are different. You know, and not everybody's not the same. Some kids, you know, go out there kick 100 balls a day. You know, it's. I mean, yeah, when you're a kid, you just want to kick a lot, and it's good sometimes. But you know, you can't wear your leg out and just trying to hurry up into things like getting a lot of kicks. You know, it has to be more quality than quantity. I feel like, and now that I'm at Florida State, it's different from when I was in high school. In high school, I'd kick a lot of balls, kick. And now it's just in college, it's a smarter way of thinking. It's just a minimum amount of reps, 10 to 15 balls a day, because you have to peak on Saturdays. Your leg has to be the strongest on Saturdays, and you don't have to kick that many balls. Kickoffs probably like 5 a week. Like you don't need to kick that much. Like Coach Kelly would tell me, he's like, when I was in the NFL, he's like, if a kicker kicked more than 5 kickoffs a week, we would fine him $5,000. And I was like, okay, like, I won't kick that much. But you know, it's the truth, because coming on in high school, I would come on Fridays and my leg would be tired. I'd be like, why is it tired? It's because all the reps I did during the week, and you don't need it during practice. You need it during the game. So that's what I've learned, and that's what I recommend for kickers out there. Oh man, it's exciting. My name is Roberto Aguayo. Noel Nation is coming to hunt for another national championship. Go Noles.